He called me, and I just had something on my heart.
Breaking Strongholds.
Just a feeling, you know. You kind of get these feelings
turn the desktop
when God's.
Can y'all hear me? How's this? Can y'all hear me okay? What's going on? Testing, testing, testing. Do you have sound? Hi, Kinsey. Hi, the monkey. Hi, Jake. You can't hear it? Oh, dang. I just got this fancy mic. Hello, hello. Oh, shoot. It's loud. No audio. Oh, now you can. Okay. We can hear you now. Oh, good, good. Love the music room. Thanks, Steffi. Hey, Haywire. Hi, Sharon, Rachel's, Rebecca, Laura, Mike, Michelle, your fave, Kinsey, Jojo. Okay, so I'm glad y'all can hear me. To start off, oh, here's AJ.
Hi.
Hey, and here's Nash. Nash, hey, what are you doing?
Being crazy wild man. He wants to run wild.
So.
You need to set up the other phones for the other.
Oh, no. I'm on YouTube and on Facebook right now. Okay. You can see the comments coming in.
Oh, okay.
From both platforms.
Yeah, I talked to everybody
cool?
today. Yeah. So is there any way we can't do the Instagram or?
No, you can't hook up Instagram and TikTok on here.
Okay. I'll be right back with Wild Man.
So we did a video recently with a package that was sent to us from Breaking Strongholds. We had it on our hearts a lot lately that mental health awareness is crucial right now because mental wellness is like in a crisis. The mental health of in teens and our youth across the nation is in a really bad spot. And so I want to highlight that, and I want to bring awareness to it. I want us to just do what we can, you know, because a lot of people blame this issue on social media, and we have a presence. The Georgia Boy team, the Georgia Boy community, you guys in the comments, we have a presence. We can make an impact. We can change the world. We can help curtail this crisis going on, and I want us to be a part of that. So if y'all can, please share this, and we're going to watch the Breaking Strongholds premiere. Now, a lot of y'all are probably thinking, what is Breaking Strongholds? It's this show that is highlighting suicide awareness, and it's through the captivating story showing us methods of communication and self-awareness and self-healing and ways that we can improve. So it's already started. It started at 6. It's kind of the pre-show right now, so I'll show y'all what that looks like without the volume. So this is the pre-show. These are the producers of the show, and they're just talking about it. So I could turn it up in the background, and then we'll just talk. We'll talk in a louder.
Phenomenal job as our
in a louder setting. So
marketing.
Hopefully y'all can kind of hear, and y'all can ask any questions, and I'll be able to answer those. So y'all ask. AJ's here.
Organization, and for those that don't know that,
It's kind of hard to visualize where you're at, you know.
And
AJ's got the Breaking Strongholds
that
T-shirt on.
has
Yes.
taken place has
They
been
can't see.
through
Do you see?
donations.
There you go.
There we go.
We,
So that's a shirt that Nash got in the mail the other day. All right, so we've got Sharon, we've got Rhonda, Coda. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. I started out the live with some technical issues. Hey, Steffi, Linda from Scotland, Tanya from Alabama, Raina from hey Raina, how are you?
Ask everybody to share.
Yeah, I asked everyone to share.
You guys, we gotta share. We gotta push this for the love of George. We've got to get this out.
Yeah.
I just heard of a little boy that just killed himself
Yeah.
over bullying, over a picture.
Suicide is a serious issue right now, so
Unbelievable.
mental health, yeah.
And it was an adult that did it to him,
The purpose
posing
Oh my
as a
gosh.
child.
Wow.
And they're going to prosecute him. I hope
Oh,
y'all
that's
hear
good.
about it
That's
on the
good.
news. I hope the guy gets thrown under.
we're
I hope they
ministering
take him way
to
down.
Someone was a victim of bullying.
considering taking their life.
So,
Let's just put that front and center. The
mental
show
health
speaks to
in
people who have thought about
teens
taking
are
their
youth
life.
across the nations.
It speaks to people that are depressed.
It's bad right
speaks
now,
to people
and I'm
who,
not saying that with
experience
empty
like
words.
Right.
There's a study that just
It
recently
speaks
came
to
out by the
people who are,
CDC
dealing with spiritual
saying
warfare, and those
that
things alone, that
feel
covers
students
the gamut.
of
That's
in
a
their
lot
middle
of
school
people.
and high school
So our mission is to
feel
serve
a
the
sense of
brokenhearted and
loneliness
show them that
and
there's
um,
hope,
hopelessness,
mainly in Jesus
which
Christ.
ties a lot to mental health. And
Your character.
it's at like 44% or something like it was like
I don't
over
wanna give anything
40%
away because they're fixing to watch episode 1.
of students
What did
that
it feel like to
said they
play
feel
Ethan, the
lonely
father,
and
the
hopeless.
detective?
Well, it's kind
That
of
is way
I'm
too
a
high.
military veteran,
So
and I served in a war.
it's something that we
And I
really need to
play a
address.
veteran
I think we
in
really
the
need to
show.
be aware of
Ethan James, my
our
character,
actions
he
and
was an
our
Army vet
influence that we
who
have,
experienced
especially
some
on
tough
the
stuff.
younger,
He
more
came home,
impressionable.
and there was so
generation.
much going on in his
Hey,
life.
Kayla!
that
Do you like that little thing I added?
and
It's a
he
little
put
dinosaur
that
jumping.
as-
I need to make it a
it's
monkey
distraction
jumping.
for him. It's a
Kayla,
way
thanks for
to,
liking the stream.
envelop himself in something that keeps him busy. But unfortunately, it's taken him away from his family.
Yeah, it's really
And so
high
they've
percentage,
been put
Sharon.
on, maybe
So,
on the back burner, and it's caused a
it's
lot
something
of
that we really
problems
need
in
to
the
address.
family.
So
And Ethan
let's
is
listen
now
to some of this.
realizing that, and he's wanting to make a change.
Let's listen to these producers and
Yeah,
see
you
what they
took
say.
that role serious, and it was
Okay,
fun
then.
to. It has.
I might have to
been
turn
as-
this off
as the
eventually
executive
if
producer
y'all keep liking
to
it.
watch you develop into an actor. It has been
Jennifer, thanks.
such a blessing.
Hey, Michelle. Hey,
And
thanks for
you
liking
have
the
put
stream.
your heart and soul into it. Shelley, your wife, beautiful wife, and family are right there behind
Jennifer,
you.
yes.
And it's just been amazing. But you're
I-
extremely dedicated.
It's been on our hearts for a
to,
while.
to learning that craft
and
more.
so it's really important
And
that we
I
address
appreciate
this now.
that, as the executive producer.
Thank you.
So it's been an honor.
Thanks for the hearts, Christy.
Well, this show is very entertaining, but
Thanks,
we
Lori.
know that it's for something much more than
Here, I'm
entertainment.
gonna move that.
We believe we're going to help save
the
lives with
light
this show.
thing.
Now, we're not
The
going to
alert
do it.
box,
God's
that's
going
what
to
it's
use
called.
this. This is His
I'll drive
project.
it over.
There's been a lot of prayer that
Make
has
it a
gone
little
into
smaller.
this.
Yeah.
And we know God's going to use it as a tool to save lives. So that's something to take very seriously. It's something I take very seriously. And I'm just honored to be a part of it. This team we have is incredible.
You can hear
Yeah,
Nash in the
it's
background.
been. It's like everyone that has come into it come in with different gifts and talents, and I've always said this, that yet our hearts beat as one for the Lord, for Jesus, and it's truly the body of Christ coming together to accomplish the purposes that He has planned.
Oh, hey, Nikki.
And so,
Thanks for liking the stream.
So anyway, I'm so excited that you're part of that with us, and I think they're going to have fun watching episode 1.
Hey,
don't you
Jake.
think?
I think so.
Let's even it's won quite a few awards. Episode 1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we've been putting episode 1 or pilot, because what we did is we produced the pilot we went out and it took a year to produce the pilot, and then we started putting it in film festivals while we were producing episodes 2 through 4.
Right.
And so this episode has traveled the world in film festivals. It's won a lot of domestic film festival awards, but also international film festival awards. I think we're up to close to 20 for the first episode.
Yeah.
We just started putting episode 2 into film festival awards, and the very first one we won 7 awards.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited
It's very
to
blessed.
see what God's going to do with the rest of the project.
Rachel.
Can you share a little bit about the origin story for Breaking
Thanks for liking the stream,
Strongholds?
Paula.
Yeah.
Why did we get it started?
Oh, yeah. We had produced a movie called We Are Stronger, which has, at that point, we had no idea really what God was going to do with that particular
Rachel,
movie. It is about a
I've
soldier
tried twice the
coming back
last
from
time. I'm lucky to be
Afghanistan
alive. My
deals
best
with
friend broke into my
PTSD.
house and found
It
me.
is now on YouTube.
Rachel, I'm
You
so
can
glad
watch it.
that
Over
you're
7.5
here. I'm so glad that
million have seen it around the world.
that
It's been translated into a variety
you're
of
okay,
different
and I'm glad that you're here
languages.
watching this.
So it's
Uh,
so when we
so
finished
I'm
that,
really glad that
we
you're
thought,
alive.
okay,
And
God, what do you want us to do next?
you know, life is something that
we
that
interviewed a lady.
I really value.
named
Your
Kim
life is
Hess
something that I really value,
with
and
Cassidy
I mean
Joy
that.
for Hope.
So,
who's one of our
and a lot of
best,
people around you, I'm
partners that we
sure,
partner with.
love you,
She
especially your
lost
friend that
her
broke into your house that
daughter at
found you.
16,
So
to suicide. She was
It's
a
really-
cheerleader.
it's a really
in
important
high
issue to
school.
address right now.
Very active,
You hear Nash in the background.
and she started this foundation. We interviewed her and found that there was such a need right here in Montgomery County, where we live, Montgomery County, Texas, that so many were not only attempting suicide,
Sure.
but the suicide rate was so drastically high that it was topped as one of the highest counties in Texas. And we thought, whoa,
Where are you at?
what is going
You do
on? I
Facebook?
had just did not know those statistics. And the more we began to pray as a team, the more we thought, you know what? Let's tackle this issue and let's bring that darkness to the light. And as a result, also of attending some conferences and film festivals, we recognized that there was such a need for a series. You know, everybody kind of likes to binge watch now, right? Do you like to binge watch? And so we thought, you know, let's do a series
Hey
this
Debbie,
time.
we love you too.
And one of the things
Awoken
that
monkey.
Reflective Media does is we like to have curriculum that follows. And so we thought this would be an awesome opportunity.
Michelle, you were on life support for 5
Yes,
days
do
over
some
apartment.
entertainment, but have also
I don't
some
know what that
follow-up
means, but-
curriculum that goes with it. We have a leader's guide.
I'm
that's
glad you're okay.
online that you can find. I highly encourage you to find that on breakingstrongholds.com. Look up study guide, and it's really designed to be used even before you watch the movie or watch the series and the episodes. So yeah, we have hit this head on, and our writer, screenwriter Robin Murray, who is incredibly skilled, crafted screenwriter. She gets up in what we call her Robin's nest, and she just listens to the Lord as she writes. But one of the things she does is she investigates. She goes out there and talks and does interviews, and really found out from a variety of different parents who have lost children, who families, individuals who've
Have
been
my-
affected by that ripple effect
These are the comments.
of suicide. And so she really started just putting this together, and it's a beautiful. I think it's going to change and save lives. I really do.
It's going to change lives. It's going to save lives. Above that,
Yeah.
it's a very engaging story.
Oh yeah.
It is. There's a mysterious element to it. We call it a faith-based mystery drama.
Yeah.
And that's for good reason because
Yes, Lori, it's
there's some
sad there's not
cliffhangers,
enough awareness
and
help out
it's
there for
exciting,
people.
and it keeps you wondering, it keeps you guessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the only complaint that we've had, we've done some small premieres here locally for fundraising and stuff like that. The only complaint that we've had from viewers is that they want to see the next episode.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready to see the
Hold
next
on, Nikki,
episode.
we are trying to put it
You'll
on.
experience that.
That's right. Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. Hey, that would be a good thing to be sure and mention, that this is gonna live on
We're
YouTube.
streaming it.
So if there's people out there that miss it, they can come on and watch it. Episode
So
2,
the
3, 4.
series is
is
premiering at
interesting.
7.
Yeah,
So
and,
this
and
is the
speaking
pre-show.
of YouTube, we had a
their
decision made
primary
once we got the show
platform.
ready for distribution.
Their
We
primary
could have
primary
taken it
platform
to
that they're
platforms and said, hey,
streaming it on is
for
YouTube.
this, and we
There's
could have
other
made a
platforms
big
you can
deal,
get it from, but
the
YouTube is the main
heart
one.
behind
So
this is to get it to as
so
many
YouTube,
hurting
that's where you
people
can
as
watch it.
possible. And there was, when we did the research,
Can they
we
hear?
wanted to find out where our
hear
youth
what
were
she's
hanging
saying?
out and what big, massive platforms are out there.
Yeah, so I
And
can
there
turn the
was-
volume up and down.
God
So
dropped
they
that
can hear.
on
So they
our
can
heart.
watch it with
Yeah.
us live.
Go to
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's what I'm
Tell-
doing.
Well,
We can
Nikki, you
reach
can watch it
2
live.
billion
Yeah, so
people on
here,
YouTube,
here.
and because of our sponsors,
Yeah. So
monthly
Nikki, y'all
supporters,
can watch it with us live right here. You can
volunteer
just
team and our
stay on
actors,
this live
we
stream with
are
us
able to
and
put
watch
this
it
out there for
because we're gonna be
people
watching
to
it starting
view.
at 7.
And so,
So that's what we're gonna
we
do.
want you to share this, get this message out there. We've worked hard on this.
Here, I'll turn it all the way
and,
down.
we want you to share.
We're gonna have the premiere at 7. So we're gonna be watching it here, so you can watch it with us. It's gonna be on this screen.
We encourage the families to sit down together to watch this.
Yeah, y'all share this, and share it with your friends. Spread awareness. Jennifer, I have tried to take my own life. I'm blessed that I've survived it, but only by the grace of God. It causes such pain for ourselves and our families. That's true. We've seen it. We've seen it too many times. I mean, one time's too many times, but yeah, it does cause a lot of pain for the people around, and
It's devastating for your loved ones.
yeah,
They're never the same.
yeah, it's
At the moment, you don't feel you're valued and you're loved. But once you pull the trigger or you do something, it's too late. Your loved ones, I've seen it. My childhood friend did it, and by the grace of God, I was supposed to have been the one to find her. And thankfully, I got sick and didn't show up. But I can tell you that it's impacted me. My sister's best childhood friend did the same thing. It's just a horrible legacy to leave your family. Leave a better legacy than that. If you need help, reach out. Somebody can get you the right help you need. It's a permanent solution for a temporary problem.
yeah, and one thing that we can do to help this crisis going on now is we can support mental wellness. There's a lot of different things that you can do in regards to helping your mental health, and we've been discussing it on the live streams for the past couple of weeks leading up to this, but we just want to highlight it and let everyone know that we should spend the intention to do so. Take the intention to do so. Here, let's watch what's going on. I don't really know what's going on.
You're not going to have any trouble getting Riley to talk. She's, we may have trouble getting her to stop talking. She's just, she doesn't need a counselor. She's just a little ball of joy.
And how about Ryan?
Listen, Ryan, he doesn't need to see a counselor. He's just quiet.
Tell them we are on
Typical
Instagram
teenage
now.
boy,
It's streaming now.
The
Well, not
more
streaming,
I
but
work with
they can click on
teenagers,
the
the more I'm
link.
starting to realize there is no typical. They hide things.
We have a link on Instagram right now.
I can stop being a perfect parent then, right?
Look, I'm not saying that you're a bad parent. I see the way that you lit up just now talking about Riley, but I feel like a lot of the times they go through things.
Well, you don't have kids, is that right?
I don't.
That really changes things.
It does.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that some parents have like this made up thing in their head of what their children's life should look like, and whenever it doesn't follow that, it takes them a while to register things.
Well, you've got my info. You let me know if something comes up. Man.
So
Behind the scenes.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was really fun. I have got our lead actress, Tori Garman, who plays Grace, that you're going to absolutely fall in love with. So anyway, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my word. Okay, so tell me, are you?
Lucy has stayed up to watch with me. I got given my last rites 8 years ago. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, Michelle. I'm sorry.
She has health issues, and they told her that they probably had the priest come in and give her last rites because they didn't think she's going to make it. And Lucy's that's her little girl, the one that we've been working with.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Her mom just actually got out of the hospital with a blood clot in her lung.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I'm glad y'all are watching, Michelle.
I mean, your face just kept popping in. And I knew
So many
you
people won't
from
talk about
your
suicide.
work
It's
environment.
a
And
illness. It's a hidden illness.
because you
It
would
should
go
be
in and help me.
spoken more
I would
about.
go in and you would help
You
me.
shouldn't be afraid to talk about it.
And
Yeah, so what AJ was saying is that a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. And it's a serious issue right now, so it's something that should be talked about, especially with your children.
Yeah, suicide today is not what it was years ago. You didn't hear about it. And now it's just all, you're hearing with younger kids, it's just stunting. It rocks you to the core that, that would happen for a child.
Yeah, and children at the younger ages are so impressionable. So they don't realize, they're not thinking about the value of life.
Well, they're thinking that, that they're invincible.
Yeah.
And just even an attempt to do it, even if you're seeking attention, can end badly, even if you don't intend it to be. And these kids, the problem is they're bombarded with social media, right? So they don't know how to filter out reality. You know?
And that's what I was saying earlier is we have a presence. Y'all have a presence, being in the comments, being a part of this community. And it's something that we should all be aware of every time we share something on social media. Maybe we should gear more towards things that are positive, things that are more life-giving rather than life-taking. Because on the other end of that screen, there's a child. There's always a child on the end of the screen, on the other end of the screen.
Well, I mean, you think about all the violent games, and you think about, people post horrific bodies being hit by a car or incidents, that children are numb to death. Instead of fearing it, they have no fear. They don't think it's going to end for them. And then they're in a bad place. They think it's glorified. Death is glorified now. And it should be, you're valued. We love you. And it's not. It's at their fingertips, and social media has done a huge damage to children. And somebody that can't sort out their feelings, even an adult.
Hey Tina, the show starts at 7. This is just the pre-show to the premiere, which is starting at 7. So we have Nash with us in the back. We have too much in here that he could get into, so we have him contained.
I guess Tina is worried. Told her that it is going to be, she's worried about it. She's not understanding what's going on, Tina. Tell her it starts at 7.
Yeah, it starts at 7.
Tell Tina it does.
It starts at 7 Central, so it's in 24 minutes, 25 minutes, 26 minutes. I can put maybe a screen or something up here that says that. So what we're watching here is like the pre-show.
But the show will be playing, so hang in there, Tina.
Yeah. But let me put
Tina.
something up
Nash
here.
loves you too.
Yeah. That's the difference between video games and social media, is that video games, you have a rating. You have an ESRB rating, M for mature. Social media, there's no rating.
People post
So you
whatever they
never
want.
know what you're going to get. It could be some crazy, really bad thing. And then the next thing you know, it's some children's content. I don't know how to do this.
Person. People. Like I said, you never know what people are going through, so if there's any way that I could help with anything in my life to turn somebody's day around, or even if it's to turn around a decision that they were going to make at the end of the day regarding their lives, I'm willing to help any type of way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You have a lot of siblings.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I have, so in all, so like including like my father's, my little brother,
Yeah.
and also on my mom's side, there is 6 of us, and then my brother from my dad's side.
Yeah.
So I'm like one of
Yeah.
7.
You
Yeah.
there's a lot
I
of
got a big
siblings
family.
here.
I got a big
And you're
family.
the oldest, aren't you?
I'm the oldest, but my stepfather has a daughter, but he's
Okay.
like my dad.
Yeah,
so
he is. He's awesome.
I'm like, that's my sister. We've grown up together since I was like 3 and she was like 6.
That's
so yeah.
so good.
Mhm.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, I am thrilled to be in this place, have you here with us.
Mhm.
And we are going to show the trailer real quick so that everybody out there can see it. And so here we go.
I wonder, Ryan, when your parents brought you home from the hospital and named you Ryan, they probably never dreamed they'd be planning your funeral just a few years later.
Do you know who Redmond Quinn is?
Yeah.
His big complex retreat center thing is out between here and Navasota, right?
Yeah, it's called Clarity Ranch.
This town is just it's a microcosm of things to come. You understand that, right?
Yesterday, when I couldn't find my son, it was like I was running out of air.
We are His church. We're the only thing standing between this generation and the schemes of the enemy. We've got to stand for the truth.
Ciela, she didn't need nobody. Before she went to prison, she was half a witch. A queen down there, powerful. So if she wanted you to do something, you're too afraid not to.
I don't think you understand what's at the heart of the philosophy here. You're being used. That's the name of the game around here.
How do I even know I can trust you?
I don't guess you do.
I hope you enjoyed the trailer. Please share it. This will kind of help bring more awareness to what we are doing with Breaking Strongholds. I have both lead actor with us, Terry Weaver, Tori Garman, and hey, you know what?
That was the trailer. We have Lacey and Nash with us, everybody, and they're playing in
Dad's lap.
Daddy's lap there. Yeah. Hey, Lacey. Hey. Nash.
They're having a good time.
They're having a good time watching this with us. Here, I'm gonna move this over here so you can all see. There we go. Lacey's here, and so is Nash. So yeah, that trailer kind of showed some crazy stuff. This show's real serious. Lacey, what do you say?
It's okay.
Nash is like, it's okay. How many seasons will there be? I think they're already started working on season 2. But just season 1 is being premiered right now.
The book that we have.
Yeah, good luck, Daddy.
I don't know how many episodes there are.
What was that?
Nash ripped up the mic thing, wherever that's at.
Oh.
I don't know what this was.
It went to that little tiny mic.
Oh.
It's over there. Where did it go? This is why.
This is craziness.
This is why you. This is why Will's not left in charge. You see why? I had someone wanted to know what my job was.
Here.
This is my job.
Take your son.
To deal with craziness.
Lacey will come back in a little while.
I don't know where that went.
So yeah, there was some crazy stuff in the mic was sitting right here. So I guess Nash grabbed it.
Well, you cannot be left alone. I can't find the mic to this. The what?
So the premiere's at 7, everybody. The premiere is at 7. It's 6:42 Central right now, so it's in 18 minutes. Right now, the pre-show is going on. So.
Watch now.
So yeah, that's what we're watching. Tracy, I'm so glad we're the only thing you watch on YouTube. You know, YouTube has a lot to offer. Hi, Disky. So let's see what they're talking about for this pre-show, for the pre-premiere
life is.
Talk.
And so, what do you think, Terry?
Well, let me just speak as a Christian. Like, my identity comes from Christ, and I'm all flawed, of course, and all jacked up, and I make mistakes all the time. But I think as a Christian, like, we got to be the salt and the light.
Yeah.
And specifically in media, if the Christians don't get involved in media, I think we're doomed. I don't want to be a doomsdayer, but there is so much bad stuff out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and our kids are absorbed. They're just eating it up. They're absorbing it.
Yeah.
I think media and TV
we were just talking about
and
this.
social media are raising our kids. I mean, my kids, and I limit what they watch, but they're on social media more than I'm having conversations with them. And so we've got to work on the content that's getting to them.
Right, absolutely.
So we need as many believers, Christian body, get behind this. Churches, please get behind this.
Absolutely.
We got to get in the media as Christians.
That's right.
I think just as a good person, this show is going to appeal to a lot of people. There's practical answers in it too. It's an entertaining story. So if you're not a believer, get behind it. This is going to encourage some people.
That's right. Absolutely. One of the things that we do is we love to partner with organizations that are on the front lines. And you will see as you go through these 4 episodes, season 1, that we introduce an organization called Living Works, and they have a program called
Hey, Tino.
And so
we're going to watch the show here at 7 in 15 minutes.
it really is teaching suicide prevention, suicide intervention. And that was very important to us. And the organization will work, Living Works has been around for 38 years, been proven to save lives around the world. And we actually have it within our follow-up program as well, or I should say our study guide. And there's a program they have on there called START. It's 60 minutes. You can do it online. And basically, we want to multiply the people out there that can be trained to recognize when someone is isolating, to recognize when someone is kind of pulling back, and how to have those conversations with them and how to start that conversation. And so that's one of the very big points I think to make is, yes, it's entertaining. There's a little educational side to it. There's a biblical study side to it. It's kind of encompassing, but we've got people that are on the front lines to help with those that are broken. So, yeah, huge part of that. So, what else? Tell me something else about, maybe without giving anything away. Tell us a behind the scenes moment that was kind of fun for you in episode 1, if you can think back to episode 1. Yeah, I know it's hard with all 4 episodes. But
I'm trying to think.
Maybe when you were first on set.
Super cool that a lot of people probably don't know. I think it's in there. Episode 1, one of my little sisters is in the episode.
Oh, she is.
I have a little sister in the episode, and you guys can see if you can point her out during the episode.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was super fun, and I'm pretty sure she wants to do it again.
Oh, I think we've already got her cast in there again.
For sure. I'm apparently the diva, but I think she's a diva after that. But yeah, everyone should watch out and see if they can find her. So that was super fun for me. Being on set with my little sister, her being able to see what I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she did a pretty good job. She played the part pretty well.
She did do very, very well.
Really,
we're
really
going to call her back to season 2 too, so we're excited. And your mom will be calling back in
my
too.
mother too.
That'll be fun. What is that? Can you think of a moment?
Yeah, we had one day where we shot for 16 hours, and it was one of the early shoots that we did. It was right after we started. And towards the end of the day, there was the most complicated scene for me was at the end of the day when I was exhausted. I was drinking coffee all day, but it involves me eating and saying lines. So if you've never done that before, and I had never done it before right then on set, it's difficult. And we had to go through 7 or 8 meals to get through that scene. So.
I remember it was like a whole loaf of bread, and there was a bite out of each one of those sandwiches. We kept making sandwiches, and you'll see that in episode 1.
I was trying not to give anything away, Carla.
Oh, you'll see it. So it was fun. It was fun. Man, that had been 16 hours.
Could you even look at another peanut butter sandwich after that?
Yeah, I was fine by the next morning.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Could not.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, so it's kind of fun to look back at some of those scenes and kind of think, you know, the difficult moments or the happy moments or the funny moments, or I think Jake has even some behind the scenes that footage that we haven't even seen, you know, and so
Hey,
anyway,
Tina, that's great.
that's fun.
Can I go back to the reason why people should get involved?
Absolutely,
I
please.
think that people are good at hiding things. I know that I am. And I think that people hide pain really well. They can put on a smile real easy and pretend like everything is okay. And oftentimes people are they're guarding themselves, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to be hurt anymore.
Absolutely.
And so we don't know what's going on in people. But this Safe Talk training teaches you how to ask questions that reveal things that are going on. So you're going to have an option of taking some training and getting trained in that. But I want to tell you a real quick story. This happened yesterday.
Yeah.
I received a call heading over to the studio, and I missed it. I called her back, and she says, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but we talked a month and a half ago." And I remembered her.
Yeah.
And I invited this lady to come out to an episode screening of Breaking Strongholds and to bring her son, because she told me that her son was struggling with suicidal ideation. And she said, "You remember my son? I shared what was going on with him. Well, he took his life last week." And my heart hit the floor of the car.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that? Like that's devastating. So we need to equip ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to get people prepared to have conversations. One of the things that I did was immediately have a conversation with one of my kids. And I just asked them what I learned in that training. Have you ever thought about suicide? It's okay to ask that.
Right.
And hopefully we get the answer, no way.
Yeah.
But we don't know what we're going to get until we ask.
Right.
So that's why we're doing this. That's what this show is going to help equip people to talk about these issues, and we're going to do some good through this. So.
Yeah. Actually, about 10 of us have been through the Living Works Safe Talk and Assist class. And we're planning on making that available for all of our cast to be able to go through. Because, Tori, you had an experience after one of our premieres.
Yeah.
Remember?
It was actually one of my clients' mothers came up to me afterwards, and she didn't even know that I was acting, and she was like, I was watching, and I was like, oh my god, I know her. And I had helped her daughter before, and she was just letting me know that like her daughter had struggled, you know, like with her mental health, and that she was going through a lot. But she had told me, you know, like she wasn't even going to come, but she told me that she ended up coming, and she feels like it helped her so much because the work that she does, I believe, is like more like social work, to kind of help, you know, young kids going through like the foster system. But she was like, I feel like I was meant to be here, and like I wish like she would have been here with me. But actually, I talked to her mother about 2 months or so ago, and she's got a new job. She moved to, I believe it was New York, and she's doing a lot better.
Fantastic.
So, but now her mother knows how to kind of like work with her, and
Right.
she was very concerned about what you do after your child does have an attempt, because she was saying they just give you a bunch of paperwork and kind of shove you off to the side. And she said that they don't really give you next steps as to what to do once you get home.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm glad to see that there's someone out there that's doing something that can help,
Thanks,
you know,
Haywire.
children or grown-ups whenever they need it.
You can
So,
subscribe to
Yeah,
as
that
many
was an
YouTube
experience you-
channels as you want.
You know, it was kind of like just came upon, you know. You know, we have a story from a film festival we were at that there were some of us there, and we showed episode 1, and I think there were maybe 200 adults, and this young boy, about 14 years old, stood up when it was kind of Q&A. First one to stand up. I mean, not shy about it at all. And he pointed to the screen, and he said, "That was me, but God." And our movie, our episode 1, which you're going to see, as well as the full series, opens the door of even young people saying thank you, or just bringing that darkness to the light, and not being afraid to have those conversations. There's something about the darkness dissipates when we have those conversations. And so we are praying for families to have, just like what you said, you called one of your children. I'm praying that families in their homes will have these conversations. They'll go to the study guide because it's great. It has got some very incredible tools for you. It basically, they say, it says, look for these 3 things before you watch or as you're watching, and then talk about those afterwards. And then it has some application. And then there's meet the actors. So there's a spot in there where they're able to really share their heart about, and there, you'll see that on the study guide tonight, now. And then also it has a part going deeper, so some scripture, through the week, and some. So it's that's what we're really working on, is trying to equip and provide tools for those. So anyway, anything else y'all want to share?
I just hope that everybody enjoys it and just takes from it what they need to, and to just kind of realize that there are other TV series out here that do combat the other TV series that are out there that don't necessarily help you whenever it comes to things like this and suicide awareness.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I think it's good to just end with this verse that we have used for our show. And the verse is John 1:5, and it says that light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. So we need to shine as much light as possible with this show.
Yeah. How can people out there help us with this?
Well, we're working on funding season 2.
That's true.
We need some help with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Reflectivemedia.org. Click the donate tab and just make a donation. Pray for us. Pray for the people that watch the show.
Yeah.
Pray that their hearts are changed.
Absolutely, that's good. Yeah, because this will live on there for
from Peru.
Years and years to come. And so that's been our prayer. We have a prayer team that has been praying over us for a number of years, and it's
I'm going to stop it for a minute, sorry. I just wanted to check in with everybody, let everyone know that the premiere is starting in 4 minutes at 7 p.m. This is Breaking Strongholds, and Nash and I are going to watch it with y'all. Lacey was in here earlier. She might come in again. This is a show that combats the mental health crisis that's going on in the nation, around the nation today. It's a serious issue, and we just want to spend this time, use our presence to be a light for everyone and bring awareness to what's going on in our nation, which is poor mental health in our youth. What do you say, Nash? Alright, yeah, Nash says, yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so we've got a show going on here, and there's this is the pre-show. This isn't the premiere, but Nash. keep forgetting I'm muting myself. This is just some background stuff, showing behind the scenes and stuff. So I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Yeah, mental health awareness. I got a haircut today. It looks pretty good. I like it. So what's going on here? What is it? This is Breaking Strongholds, which is a show that is premiering. Oh shoot, we gotta go to the premiere. We gotta go to the premiere. 1 second. Alright, the release. Breaking Strongholds. Full episode. Season 1, episode 1. The Situation. Alright. So this is the Breaking Strongholds YouTube page. You can watch the episodes on here as they release. Episode 1 just released just now. This is the premiere. We're watching it. So, Nash, I don't want you to tear this up. So I'm gonna wait for it to start. But while we're waiting, did y'all see our stories on Instagram? Nash, say hi. Say hi, Nash. Did y'all see our stories on Instagram? I was asking everyone. Here, let me take a look at it, actually. See what the results are. So this was just shared, showing the link to the page. So you can watch this with us. So I did this. I said, Nash wants to know. You can't see it. What impacts your mental health the most? I said, prayer/meditation, healthy diet and exercise, work/staying active, or helping others. And you could choose one. I don't really know what the results are. I don't even know how to check that. It's probably something I should know how to do. Which one? No, I didn't mean to make it a thing that was like, one is the right answer. I wanted to see what y'all's answers were.
It's a poll. You need to set it like it's a poll.
Oh my gosh, I need to fix this. So I accidentally made it to where it shows like, oh, you chose the wrong answer. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. But it's pretty cool that you can do that. I need to get with the times here. I'm going to delete that because... Delete from both. That was a cute picture of Nash, though. Yeah.
Just a few more minutes, huh?
Yeah.
And we can watch.
Hey, hey. Ah.
Boy.
Thanks, Carla.
Nothing like wearing food all over yourself. You're not a monkey, Mom, until you're wearing poo and food.
What are some things that help promote your mental wellness?
Monkeys.
That's what helped promote AJ's mental wellness. Monkeys.
It's monkeys, absolutely.
A little bit of serotonin.
You know, I don't have to worry about them ever being ugly to me. Well, Lacey.
Yeah.
Lacey's got an attitude all the time.
Yeah, I did that wrong on the Instagram story. I just realized.
That's alright.
My bad, Nash. Don't grab my earbud. That's my earbud. That's my earbud. He's like, how does this work? Hey, you want to listen? Hey, Nash, come here.
Yeah.
Nash, you want to hear what's coming out of here? Let's see if you can hear it. Look. Hey, Nash. Hey. I can hear my voice through here. Hey, Nash. Hey. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Remember George with the
He's like,
headphones?
what? Don't
headphones?
bite it. Don't bite it. Hang. No, I gotta take it from you. We're still waiting on episode 1 to start. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Yeah, Janine, helping others. Yeah, I didn't mean for that to be the answer. Oh, hey, cool. We're watching.
No, sir. No, sir. We're not going to do that.
Oh, you can choose to bring them on camera still,
Yeah.
even though I'm doing it from the computer?
Evidently.
That's cool.
That's what I was asking you.
Oh, no. That's
I'm not.
fine. I think...
I'm technically challenged.
Ah.
Since they said no worries, grab the guitar and start strumming a tune.
Oh, play us a tune? Okay. Grab the ukulele. I don't know what tune to play. What should I sing about? Mental wellness?
Okay, here you go. I'll take Nash.
Oh yeah, take Nash. This is too much. Okay,
Too much stimulation for
let's
you.
See.
No.
Oh, this is too much to listen to myself.
Wait a minute, Nash. Nash, no, sir. You are being a total brat today.
Nash, you're being a brat today.
No, sir. You're going to be sweet. Thanks for joining. Tell him to sing thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining, guys. Nash is freaking out. Oh, bad chord. Okay, here we go. We're just sitting here waiting on a show. The show that's gonna show us the secret to life, the secret to mental wellness. What all can we do? What can we do to help our mental wellness? Let's play a song from Train. I can't. I can do a lot of other songs though. Here we go. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel. Of that I'm sure. People killing, people dying, children hurting, you hear them crying. If you practice what you preach, would you turn the other cheek? Forever young, I want to be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Lipstick stains on the front of my left side braids. If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you and can you feel the love tonight, tonight. So that's a plethora of songs I can do with those 4 chords. All right, it's counting down on the screen. The show is premiering soon. It is the countdown, everybody. Y'all are probably like, where's the show?
It's coming. There's a countdown.
It's coming.
When
Here
we get
it
to
is. It's the
when it gets to the
countdown.
countdown.
It's the countdown. Where's the babies? They're calming down right now.
Eating.
Oh, they're eating. Oh, AJ says they're eating. Oh, we're gonna watch the show with you guys. Thanks for watching the show
catching
with
a
us.
break.
AJ's catching a break.
We're fixing to get down to 10. We're gonna count down. Here we go.
Count down.
Yeah, ready?
12, 11, 10, 9,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is the show already?
Game on. Here we go.
Everyone be quiet. The show's starting.
Peyton, do you take Ryan to be your husband? Are you sure about this? Yes, because if you marry my brother, then we're sisters. Now give him the ring.
No, go ahead.
Go switch gears.
I'm sorry about your mom. She was a wonderful woman.
You wanted to talk?
Yeah. So I was thinking that we've been friends for a long time, and that I was actually wondering if
Ryan? You know you're like a brother to me, right? You're my good friend.
Yeah.
And I will always be here for you. Whenever you need me.
Ryan got the friend zone.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, yeah.
Excellent work, Ryan. A+.
Do you mind if I take a picture of that?
No, go ahead.
I know someone who might want to use it. Do you mind?
Not at all.
And your name is Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, you there. Don't do that, son. You don't want to do that. Did you hear me? You gotta stop. Hey, are you all right? Are you hurt? You okay?
So Ryan was gonna kill himself with the rope, and that guy saved it by shooting the camera down. But Ryan left his phone there.
So I have to finish that English paper, and then I have to plan the next council meeting, which is in 2 days, and then I have to get online for that new science project.
Are you sure you're gonna have enough time to hang out then?
Yeah, of course. Remember how much we used to hang out when we were little? We hang out like every day.
Yeah. Today's the day, isn't it?
The day my mom died? Yeah.
It's been like about 7 years now?
Yeah, I guess so. Sounds like somebody wants to talk to me.
Hey, Jackson.
Hey, Riley. What's up?
You hear about Miss Jordan?
No, what happened?
People say she's missing. And isn't that your brother?
Ryan! Hey, Ryan! Ryan! Hey, what are you doing? Did you skip last period?
No, I just took a different way. Is Dad home?
I doubt it this time of the day.
Hey, you
Why?
guys. Did you hear this news about Miss Jordan? People are saying that she went missing.
Yeah, Jacob should have noticed.
See you at home.
Bye. I don't know. We're just gonna have to talk to my dad when we get home.
Hey, bud. Where you been?
Out?
I see that. Out where?
Just out. Where are you going?
Headed to the station. We've got a possible missing person. Someone's coming in to file a report. Why?
Nothing. So you'll be gone for a while?
Yeah, you have homework, right?
No, I'm all caught up.
Are you sure? Because I got an email from your English teacher. She says something different.
Oh, I'm almost done with that.
Ryan. What's going on, bud?
Nothing.
There's also been a counselor that's been calling. She's leaving messages. She wants to meet with you and Riley.
Oh, that's a college planning thing. It's probably nothing.
Listen, why don't you stop by the office and see exactly what she wants? Ryan.
Okay.
Hey, Dad. Where are you going?
Headed to the station.
Do you know when you'll be home?
I'm not sure at this point.
Should I fix dinner?
No, it's okay, thanks.
Hi, Mr. James.
Hey, Peyton. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good to see you.
So, I can't stay long. I'm meeting Jackson at the place.
I haven't been to the place in forever. I miss our tree. How's it doing? Or have you even taken time to notice?
We're just talking.
Mm-hmm. Does it know that you're just talking to Jackson face to face at the place?
Don't care. He's the one who broke up with me, so.
Oh, seriously, Ryan? Did you eat all the hummus and then put the container back in empty again? Just write it on the list when we start running low, okay?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Why?
I don't know. It just seems not okay.
D11.
D11, go ahead.
D11 holding a burglary at the lodge, 300 Prairie Street.
D11 clear. En route.
Thanks for sharing.
Where's the owner?
He'll be right back. Hey.
What?
Chief talked to you about this, right?
About what?
About me moving up to detective.
Yeah, he did.
Do you have a problem with that?
I don't have any trouble maintaining my caseload. And I don't need a partner.
The crime rate has jumped up the last year or so.
Yeah, there's the owner.
Brian.
What's going on, Jeff?
And we will end with some good news for our listeners. According to the most recent census reports, the town of Montgomery in the northern region of our listening area has the lowest unemployment rate and the fastest growing population in the
Thanks for
Lone Star
life,
State.
Marla.
The median income levels for the area have also risen significantly. This is considered to be due to the recent arrival of Redmond Quinn, well-known speaker, author, and thought leader.
Hey, Tommy, what's up?
I was just calling to check if you were going to be able to come help lead the veterans group tonight. We've got 3 new people signed up.
Absolutely. I just have to drop off something at the police station, then I have a short meeting, but yeah, I should be there easy by 6. Hey, how's it going with the horses?
All good, all good. Ready to serve. You guys ready for the meeting tonight?
You ready for the meeting? All right, that's good. All right, man, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
There he is.
Hey, Josh. How are you?
Good to see you, Vic.
Good to see you.
Hey, Chaplain.
Landon?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Hey, I just need to drop these off with the chief before our meeting.
Well, let you guys
okay.
do that. Hey, good to see you, Good man. seeing you, Judge.
Landon, take care.
Yeah.
How you been?
I'm good. How about you? How's the family?
It's doing great.
Good.
Everything is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing,
Chief.
Aura.
How are you,
Brother Vic, come on in this house.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Judge.
Good to see you too,
As
Chief.
always.
Looks like you're heading out.
Got a little meeting at City Hall, you know, the cost of the job, right? So it'll be a few minutes. What you got?
Well, I just wanted to drop these off. And I also wanted to let you know that I'm going to send you an email about a suicide prevention seminar that we're trying to set up.
Awesome.
Would love for as many officers as you can.
You bet.
To get them to be there.
That is awesome. Oh, and hey, I've got the results of the survey that you sent out to our officers.
Excellent. Oh, yes.
Can we take a copy of this to the meeting that we're going to? We're headed to a suicide task force meeting right now.
Absolutely, Judge. Take that one. Take that with you. And when I'm through at City Hall, I got to stop by the courthouse real quick, and then I'll head on over to the meeting. I'll be over there shortly.
All right, Vic, we'll see you over there.
See you, Judge. Yeah.
See you, Judge.
It's right here, Chief. See, this is what we have to address. They are not willing to ask for help because they're afraid to lose their job, their promotion, their pension. This is it right here.
Last year, you know, we lost more law enforcement officers to suicide than we did to line of duty deaths. So having said that, I'm very concerned about one of our own, one of the best guys we've got.
Is he here today? Can I meet him?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, here he comes.
Chief.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Wanted to introduce you to our new chaplain. This is Vic Raphael. And he's a retired Army dog face. So you two have that in common. And I know you've been surrounded by a fire team of Marines since you came on the department. So I'll give you a little backup here, and you guys can commiserate about your Army experience together.
I know Sergeant Victor Raphael. I went to boot camp in Fort Benning.
Really? What year? Who was your sarge?
99. Vasquez.
Vasquez. Good man. Hey, let's stay in touch. It's very nice to meet you, Ethan. I'll see you, Chief.
All right, brother.
Okay? Take care.
Don't be a stranger. Grace Williams came in. She's ready for you to interview her and take a report from her.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, close the door. I want to share something with you.
Hey, have you gotten your scholarship applications in yet? I haven't.
Almost. Our computer stopped working, so now I'll have to finish it at school.
Sounds like a job for Ryan.
Oh, really? Can you fix that?
Oh, yeah. Only thing he can't fix are his grades. And his social life, hair, and his clothes. Anyway, did you ever find a club to add to your transcript?
Yeah, I did. It's the one that the counselor started.
So the counselor's a sponsor?
Yeah, Miss Williams. I hope it'll help my sad transcript. Too bad I'm not an officer of a drill team, acing all my AP classes, and the class president like you are.
Don't remind me. I'm enjoying a moment of denial that I am behind in everything.
Okay. Are you still gonna try to apply to UT so you can be with Rob?
No, that's done. No more Rob.
What? What happened?
It was more of a slow fade. Things just haven't been right for a while. Fraternity world beats high school girlfriend anyways, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's life.
Thanks for the like, you.
Plus, I don't even know if I want to go to college right now. Hey, where are you going?
Out.
Wait, come here. Where are you going?
Just out. Away from here. Hey, y'all do me a favor and stay away from the place.
Why?
Just don't go there.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to give us more than that, because I don't have a problem with it, but Peyton here has plans.
It's okay. I won't go.
Oh, my fitness app. I'm gonna go for a run. You wanna come?
No, I gotta go. So, I'll see you later.
Tell Jackson I said hey.
When Grace walked in, I saw her and I knew I'd seen her before. Couldn't figure out where, but I came in here and I ran her.
Thanks for the share, Jody.
And when I see her face here and I look here, this may confirm that I know her
That's right,
from
Gail.
about 30 years ago.
What, a tattoo?
No, it's a birthmark. So I continued on my search and I ran the cases back then that I think is associated with them, and I come up with Ella. Something else, isn't it?
Wow. They're almost identical.
So I was a rookie at New Orleans PD. One of my first calls for service was a welfare check in the French Quarter. And we were down there checking on a bunch of young women that were reportedly working for Ella. So we get down there, and that is exactly what we find. So I had turned over the scene to the detectives of CPS. So I got back in my patrol car, and I was getting ready to leave. I look up in the rearview mirror, put it in reverse, and I start to back up. I am shocked to see a little girl standing right behind my patrol car. So it kind of startled me. Well, I stopped, of course, put it in park, jumped out, picked her up, checked her, made sure she was okay. And I'm looking around to see if someone's going to claim her. And I look over where Ella is standing, and Ella just looks at me, and I kind of lifted this little girl up, and she looked at me with that same 1,000-yard stare she's got there, and then she just turned away. And I thought, wow, that's just weird. And so I looked back at the little girl, and what I noticed was that birthmark.
So what'd you do?
The only thing I could think to do was say a prayer. And she was so innocent and so pure.
Hey, we got a new follower.
That
Caesar. Welcome, Caesar.
my instinct was that she's not going to have a shot at a life. And so I just held her, and I prayed for a miracle. I prayed that she would have a good life. And I walked over to the CPS worker. I handed them to them, and I never saw her again until today.
You want to come to the interview?
No, I don't think so. I've got to go to this meeting, and I think I want to. I think I want to hold on to the miracle and the answered prayer a little bit longer.
Hi, Miss Hazel.
Hey, Jaden.
It sounds like your brakes are worn.
I think they are.
All right, go ahead and drive in.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Hi,
Gary.
Hazel. How can we help you today?
Hey, Dusty. Did you hear that? I don't know. It's like every time I stop, it's skeet. And then if I accelerate, it's and then when I start again, it's kind of like,
How's that again?
okay, what in the world is he doing here? Pastor Chamberlain.
Oh, you mean Owen?
Yeah, Owen.
He's a new volunteer here. We have volunteer training this afternoon.
Okay, so what does he know about cars?
You know, I don't know yet. We'll find out. Gonna have to leave it here a couple days like last time. You got a ride? Or maybe we can get Owen to give you a ride?
I don't need Owen to do anything for me, thank you very much. My sister Janelle, she was just right behind me. As a matter of fact, she'll be pulling up any minute.
Okay, if you're sure.
What took you so long? Why? It just took you too long, that's all.
You're acting as if you've seen the preacher.
Why do you say that?
You just get all worked up when he's around.
I do not.
Detective James.
Nice to meet you.
Would you like a bottle of water before we get started?
Thank you, I'm fine.
Can you state your name for the record?
Grace Williams.
And when did you begin to think that Lindsay Jordan might be missing?
Last night. We sort of share the same birthday. We celebrate it together every year. We had been planning it for weeks, and then she just didn't show. No call, no nothing. I called everyone that I could think of that may have seen her, and no one had. And then today I found out that she missed work and didn't call in for a sub.
And how long have you known Lindsay?
About 15 years now.
Would you say you know her habits well?
I mean, yeah, she's like my little sister.
And how did you meet Lindsay?
Katrina, the hurricane. I'm from New Orleans. I came to Houston on a bus with a bunch of other evacuees. So here I was in a shelter in Houston, and Lindsay and her mother were volunteering there. We sort of struck up a conversation. They picked me out as their little project, I guess, and I stayed with them while they helped me find my Aunt Hazel and my Aunt Janelle.
You can sleep on that bed, and here's the bathroom. This will be fun. I hope you can stay a long time. Come sit. I know I'm too old to sleep with stuffed animals, but I do. This guy. But you can sleep with any of those animals, okay?
Okay, but I'm only here just until I find my aunts.
I know. Hey, tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 14. When's your birthday?
I don't know.
Really?
Really, I don't know when my birthday is.
Oh. Well, how about you can share my birthday? Okay? So let's make tomorrow your birthday too. And let's say every year from now on, we will always have our own birthday party together, okay?
Okay. And we've been best friends ever since.
And now you work together.
Yes, I'm a counselor at one of the schools. I got the job there first, and then right after, I found out there was an opening in the PE department. Lindsay has a dance background, and so she got the job, and here we are.
So you're a counselor at one of the local schools?
Yeah, Montgomery West.
My kids go there.
Riley and Ryan. That was me leaving those voice messages.
So you try to meet with all the kids about college planning?
I'm more of a crisis counselor. I'm trying to meet with the kids that have significant traumatic events in their past.
Hey, Chief assigned me to assistance.
Can you think of anybody who might have wanted to hurt Lindsay? Enemies, ex-boyfriends?
I mean, I've tried to think. She has no enemies that I know of. She does have ex-boyfriends, a lot of those. I'd probably say the most serious one was Sean Flores. He was crazy about her, still is.
And what happened to Sean?
She broke it off with him. And then shortly after, she started seeing Alex Robinson, another teacher here, and then he broke it off with her. There was so much drama.
Hey! Are you okay?
I told you not to come here.
Well, you're here, so I figured it'd be okay.
Look, whoever you were supposed to be meeting here today, just tell him not to come, okay?
I already did. He's not coming.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry.
Look, it's getting late anyways. You should probably head home.
Okay, I'll leave, okay? I promise, but what's going on? What's wrong with the place?
Peyton, just trust me on this one, okay? Go home.
I would love to talk more to Riley and Ryan sometime, just to get to know them a little.
I'll be at my desk.
You're not going to have any trouble getting Riley to talk. You might even have trouble getting her to stop talking. She definitely doesn't need a counselor, though.
Okay, and how about Ryan?
Ryan's quiet. He's a typical teenage boy, right?
Well, I don't know. The more that I work with teenagers, the more I realize there's no typical. They're good at hiding things.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, parenting teens can be hard. It's a time when they're naturally breaking away from you, but you need to step
Wait,
in.
do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Well, you have my card if you need us.
Any of mine, thank you.
Hi, y'all. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Janelle.
Hey, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny. How are you?
Doing well. So I heard y'all's niece is the counselor at the high school.
Yes, she is.
My little sister talks about her all the time, how great she is.
That's our Gracie.
Yes, it is.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, Pastor Chamberlain, how you doing?
Nathan, good to see you
Good
here.
to see you.
Great, great. Is the founder here by chance?
Yeah, there's Miss Hazel right now.
Wow, you guys have a great turnout today.
Yep.
Yes, we are
Yep.
having a great day.
Oh, I got it.
For the Jenkins
I got
family?
it.
Yes, it is.
Well, I know they appreciate everything you all are doing.
I
for
got
them.
I got it. I got it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you guys keep up the good work.
We will.
She said, I got it.
Mr. Grayson, hi.
Hi. Just to remind you, we have that meeting next week with Judge Mack.
Yes, I've got it on my calendar. I'll be there.
I really appreciate all the work you've done. Thank you, and don't work so late.
Thank you so much, Mr. Grayson. Have a good one.
Hey.
Hey, Sean. Hey, did you get my email asking if you've had any kids that have dropped athletics this semester?
Yes. There've been two. You probably heard Franklin Moore. Had an ankle surgery, had to drop football. And then one of my track kids, Ryan James. Yeah, great kid. Kind of quiet. I'm worried about her, Grace.
I know I am too.
Any chance she just didn't take a little me-time trip and lose track of time?
I don't think so, Sean. Not this time.
There's just so many great things about her. She's just too trusting. I mean, she has no...
Discernment? Yeah, I know. She's a magnet for rescuers, but I love her too.
Have you eaten yet?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I heard Miss Jordan might be missing.
Where'd you hear that?
Just kids, school. I mean, I know you can't tell me anything, but I hope she's okay. Everybody really likes her at school.
So, she's a good teacher?
Yeah, I mean, kids kind of take over in there. She's pretty easy to get off topic, but she grades easy, so.
That phone lights up every 2 seconds. How do you get anything done?
It's for this stupid physics project. Don't worry about it. I can multitask. What?
Listen, I just don't want you to blow it here. It's your senior year. GPA? Scholarships?
Don't worry, I'll get my schoolwork done. Ryan's the underachiever, not me. Plus, I'm creating my positive reality and all that.
What is that?
Redmond Quinn memes?
Redmond Quinn?
Yeah, I thought he's supposed to be bringing a whole bunch of great things to the area by moving his headquarters here.
He has brought all kinds of things here. Not sure they're good, though. What exactly does he do, anyway?
I don't know, he's written a bunch of books and he has a huge following online. I don't know, he does retreats and conferences, things like that.
And what's his big message?
To be your best self. Faith in human potential and be happy and succeed and...
So you're okay?
I'm fine. You're a great dad. Job done, kid almost raised. Plus, you've got more to worry about than me, so...
Is Ryan in his room?
No, he left a couple of hours ago.
Where was he headed?
I don't know, he wouldn't tell me. Plus, he's moodier than anyone I know, so...
He didn't say where he was going?
No. Maybe he went to patrol the place.
What place?
You know, the place out in the woods that we would go when we were kids.
Who's we?
Ryan, Peyton, and me. We were like 9 or 10, and we would go whenever Mom was always tired and would want quiet.
Hold on 1 second. Would you text him and tell him to get home right away?
Yeah.
What do you got? What's next?
You can't just take off like that. You gotta let us know where you're going. I need to know. Where were you?
I was just on a run.
In that?
C11, that is a white 2015 Honda license plate Charlie Kilo 3.
Is that Miss Jordan's car?
Hotel 547.
Just get home. We'll talk about this later.
Stop for coffee?
Something like that.
We've got some new information on the Lindsay Jordan case.
What happened?
We have a couple questions for you.
Come in. So, what did you find? What's going on?
We found Lindsay's car in a motel parking lot near Navasota.
What do you mean you found her car?
It looks like she may have met someone there, maybe jumped in the vehicle with them.
Lindsay.
Her cell phone was still in the car.
Lindsay.
Do you know of anybody that she knows in Navasota?
So, what does this mean? Like, are you gonna increase the search? I mean, it's clear by now that she's been kidnapped or something, right?
For now, it's still considered a missing persons case. Now, can you think of anyone that she could have met in Navasota?
No. There's no reason that she should be anywhere near Navasota. Other than... Do you know who Redmond Quinn is?
Yes.
Yeah.
His big complex retreat center thing is out between here and Navasota, right?
Yeah, it's called Clarity Ranch. Beautiful facility.
Lindsay is a huge fan of his. She has his books, listens to his podcasts.
Do you know if she knows Redmond personally or any of his staff?
See, it's a subject that we haven't really talked about lately because she just kept going on about him. So I read one of his books and it was just sort of off. I mean, some truths, but at the core, the big lie. I mean, this guy was basically teaching that you're your own God. Life is all about maximizing your own potential. There is no right or wrong. Everything's relative, that sort of thing. So a few weeks ago, Lindsay found out that Redmond Quinn was looking for a studio audience to film his new teaching series. He put out an invitation to his followers, or whatever you call them. So she went, and somehow she got to meet him afterward. He gave her his personal number in case she had any questions about the teaching, or that's what he said anyway. And he got her number and acted like she may be able to help him with his future projects. She was super excited telling me about it, but the only thing I could think of is why he would single her out like that, out of everyone.
Sketchy.
So, I mean, I told her how I felt, and she wasn't real happy with me. She thinks I'm paranoid and no fun and all that, and we never spoke about it again.
Sketchy sketch.
So, you think Redmond Quinn had something to do with her disappearance?
Just when you say her car was in Navasota, that's what came to mind.
Hey guys, Alex
You're
Ross.
like, wait a second,
I just
AJ
found
asked
out,
for my number.
I don't know, this unbelievable Redmond Quinn event. It was called Clarity Now, and it was one of those experiences where the energy in the room.
You're still here?
I'm sure you agree anything you need Carl to do, I can handle.
Nick, you have your path. And if you don't complete your assignment very soon, you will never reach level 5.
There have been some complications. That's not Ella.
Who are you?
Bad day to forget your wallet.
You need to explain yourself quick.
I'd love to, but I've got a flight to catch.
I don't want details.
I will find the pages. I have no doubt.
Carl, have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
First, I've neglected my duties as your level guide. Sorry. I was just looking back over your proposal to integrate Clarity into the local social systems. How are things coming along?
I have some strategically placed level 1s. Education system, we have a dynamic teacher in the high school.
Good.
We have a police officer who's showing promise. If we work things right, he could be made chief soon. Current chief is reaching retirement age.
Very good. How about media?
That one's difficult. We do have a possibility. She's the one who interviewed you at the new bank today.
What do you mean by difficult?
Well, the media landscape changes so fast, and the news agencies we normally control are becoming irrelevant.
Right. Keep up. And what about this guy? Consider fast-tracking him?
Okay.
I look forward to seeing how well you orchestrate this. This town is just it's a microcosm of things to come. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do. If I'm faithful with a few things, you'll put me in charge of many things.
Something like that. I'm leaving for Europe tomorrow.
I trust your itinerary is to your liking.
Yes, thank you. Carl, I reached a critical point on my path. I need time and a bit more information before I take my next step.
I truly hope I can help, sir.
You've proven yourself to be loyal, impervious to gossip and comparison. It served your path well. You are at the threshold of level 6.
I'm glad to hear you say that, sir.
I know you're looking for ways to make it through that threshold.
Of course.
There's a situation in the next room that'll need to be removed from here. You're gonna need to construct an alternate reality in this case. Should be a fun challenge for you.
I'm ready, sir.
Oh, snap. What did they mean?
Seems like every day we're fighting a war, a battle of darkness inside our minds.
We hope you enjoyed Breaking Strongholds. Our prayer and our mission is to reach the brokenhearted with the hope and healing Christ provides.
Breaking Strongholds is a unique show in that it's been completely funded through donations from people just like you and just like us.
Mhm.
And because of that, we're asking you to join our giving team. You can make a contribution of $5. We also have people that support us through donations of $25,000. Every sized contribution matters. We especially need monthly supporters. You can find out more about supporting this ministry by visiting reflectivemedia.org and clicking on the Donate tab.
And you know, this show is not just a show. I mean, we've created a study guide with discussion questions that you can easily access on breakingstrongholds.com.
We appreciate you, and we're asking you to support us through prayer, through contributions, and through sharing this message of hope with somebody else.
A battle of darkness inside our minds.
That was episode 1. Episode 2's coming out next week, I believe. I think. What did y'all think?
I think it's good.
Yeah? Yeah. I want to know what's going to happen next. But some of y'all made some good points. Or one of y'all did. They weren't catching the signs.
Right. How many of us knew we always miss this sign?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of people sit back and say, if I would have known.
Right.
But you knew.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't until it's too late.
Yeah, the show kind of, obviously it started with you knowing that oh hey, it's us.
All rings.
It started with you knowing that he is contemplating that. So it's a lot easier to catch those signs after the fact. So, of course, a lot of us are thinking, how are they missing it?
Well, I missed it with my friend.
Yeah.
She told me she wouldn't do it. I didn't think she'd do it. I said she's too selfish. She did it.
Yeah, it's something to really take seriously. So on the website for Breaking Strongholds, you can find the study guide. There's a study guide. Let's see. There's a study guide on some of the things that were presented in the episode. Some of the questions are, one is negative thought patterns. What is Ryan focusing on most? How does he view his dad? Does he feel like, I don't know, it was kind of hard.
I don't know. I think he wants more of his dad's time.
Yeah. Yeah, because his mom's not there.
Mm-hmm. We don't, as a parent, I look back on how many little things that I missed. And then when now that I'm older and my kids are gone out of the home, I'm like, I wish I would have took just 5 more minutes. But we're always in a hurry and we're working.
Yeah.
And you're always, get in. We got to go. Let's go. Hush. Eat your food. Let's go. They just want you to listen to them. And it starts when they're little. And he's afraid to stop his dad and say, hey, I got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And
when they're little, they do. They'll spill
yeah,
their
when
guts.
when they're
you
super
know?
little, they'll talk about anything.
But that pattern starts, not to beat parents up because I've done the same thing, but it starts when they're little, and then when they get big, they don't talk about it because you didn't take the time to talk about it when they were little.
Yeah, and that's what bravery when you think of bravery, that's what bravery looks like in the world today, is talking about things like that. Whenever you think of bravery, you think of like some warrior fighting some evil demon or something. But in the world today, it's really just talking about the hard things and sharing your heart and sharing those insecurities, things that might feel like they come across as too mushy gushy or something that could break you down in an instant if someone doesn't accept it.
Well, I said this today on my live, that people are afraid to say, hey, this is where I'm at, I'm having these issues, so you keep it inside and you're like a pressure cooker, and you've got to, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, and Donna says, I feel like he was upset or mad at his dad. Yeah. And it was pretty obvious. It was pretty obvious he was, and he was like, his dad was like, hey, what's wrong? Is something wrong? But didn't really have the time or take the time to look at it further. Didn't really even see that the issue was very serious.
They didn't make eye contact during their conversation.
Oh, that's a good sign.
They're avoiding people that are doing bad things or have those issues. They will not come around. They alienate themselves, and they won't make eye contact.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
They want to avoid talking about it. And that brings us to number 2, isolation. How does Ryan keep people at arm's length, and why? Just like we were saying, whenever people are thinking those things or thinking suicidal thoughts, they tend to try to alienate themselves. And that's what we saw in this first episode.
I can't wait for the next episode either, Kayla.
Yeah. Next episode's coming out next week.
We'll have to have another watch party.
Yeah, we'll have another watch party. How does Riley's deception, it's number 3. How does Riley's description of Redmond Quinn's message differ from Grace's description of his message? That's a hard question.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking here.
So Redmond Quinn is the guy that he has this big retreat that's like basically kind of like a cult following. That's what it seems like in this show. And one description can seem different than the next. It's obviously just a different viewpoint. So it's just something they need to be aware of. Okay, watch. Breaking up. Oh, okay, we watched it. Talk it over. Discuss your answers to the questions above as a group. We've done that, I believe. Share a time you were stuck in negative thinking. Stuck in negative thinking.
That can happen a lot. You have to just pull yourself away from it, because the more negative, it breeds more negative.
Yeah.
It's like cancer. It just spreads.
Yeah, and I think one thing that kind of, for me at least, that can amplify that negative thinking is fear. If I feel like I'm afraid that something like life isn't going to go my way, then my thinking might end up very negative. And then I'll start to kind of brood in that, so to say. I'll continue to think negatively, and I'll end up in a place where I don't feel as motivated, which leads to depression, which is not good. Negative thinking, if it goes towards something that's putting you down constantly, it ends up making you feel like you just don't want to try anymore. And it's something that really has to be identified and dealt with intention. Gail thinks the Redmond Quinn guy, the cult in the show, is probably a trafficking thing. It probably is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it seems like it's a theme in the show. We'll have to see in the next episode. Marla, as a person who suffers anxiety and depression, being alone is the worst thing to do. Being around people helps a lot. Just one thing will help. Like AJ said, just one word can change, amplify someone's day.
That's right.
And when you're with other people, it's good to spend quality time. Not just spend time with them. Not just be around them, Spend quality time. Talk and listen, and actively listen. Listening. I actually Googled before doing this. I Googled how do you talk to someone who's going through mental illness or going through mental issues, and it said you listen. That's what you do. You listen, and you actively listen, and you let them know that you're listening. You let them know that you're there. You avoid confrontation, and you just listen to what they're saying.
Well, Janine says the parents should make time for their children each day. And I think that some parents do the best that they can. And I think that if you have a parent that is stressed and they're under anxiety and then their child is suffering, it's hard to find that balance.
Yeah, and a lot of parents do blame themselves. And I think that is negative thinking, to blame yourself for the way that your child has grown. Of course, you do have an impact. However, it takes a village to raise a kid.
And sometimes even at the village, if the child has schizophrenia or bipolar and they're not medicated, no matter what the parent does, if they don't have the resources, I call it the bandwidth, it makes it very difficult for them. So that's why they blame themselves.
Yeah. And with social media today, it's these kids, everyone's growing up spending more time being influenced by social media, which is definitely not the best thing to be influenced by, more so than their parents, because we're spending multiple hours a day, or these kids are spending multiple hours a day on their phones. That's why we're seeing very high rates of kids feeling lonely and hopeless.
Yeah, I was talking to someone, I don't want to say any names because they may be watching. This young man has got a girlfriend and he's struggling to pay for a prom. And when he come in, other parents have reached out to the parent and said, hey, it's senior year, you have senior pictures, we've got this going on, and the parents are just so unplugged that when the child come in that afternoon, he didn't want to ask for money to take her to the prom. He's scrounging for money. And the dad just looks at him and says, you don't ever spend time with us. Instead of saying, hey son, sit down, how can we help you with prom? Or our resources are a little low, but we can let you take the car. Instead, it was negative and this is just this child's story. Of course, everybody's perception is different. But in his mind, he heard his dad say was, you're not a part of the family because all you do is go to your room. That's what kids do. You have to say, we're going to have dinner and we'd like to spend some time with you. Just that little bit would pull him out of the room. So now this child is isolated. He's in the room and he doesn't know how in the heck he's going to pay for prom. So then it builds up resentment. And that's where I think this young man here is with his dad. There's resentment there. Or that's what I felt when he opened up the refrigerator. Because him and his dad don't even make eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone mentioned bipolar is very dangerous and they need medication. Yes, they absolutely do. And the problem is, and I know this from experience, not myself, but others around me, they start feeling better because the medicine is working, and then they back off. And then that's when they have manic episodes and they just go way off the rails. And it is very dangerous.
That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should listen more than we talk. I like that, Renee. Marla, my husband always said to me, when I met him, I'm always low. Your attitude is your altitude. You set your mood. I like that.
I like that. I like that.
I like that, Marla.
I really like that. That would be a great t-shirt.
My husband always said to me, when I met him, I'm always low. Your attitude is your altitude. Set your mood.
I think we should do a shirt that says your attitude.
Your attitude is your altitude. I like that.
That is awesome. With
That's
the monkeys
cool.
hanging off mountains. That would be cool.
And them smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Smiling like your attitude is your altitude.
Absolutely.
Smiling up on top of the mountains. I don't know, something like that. That's cool. I'm heavily medicated and still have thoughts. Rachel, you're not alone. We're here for you, and there are plenty of resources. And I'm so glad that you are here watching this with us.
Your mom needs you, Rachel. Y'all can walk this journey together.
Michelle, my depression and anxiety is really bad apart from my kids. I don't talk to anyone. I don't like leave my house. My anxiety gets worse when kids are at school. I just sleep.
Have you talked to a therapist? Have you reached out to others to talk about this?
Michelle, we're really glad you're here. Yeah, of course. Whenever for a lot of mothers, we hear that they make their kids their life, and there's certain things in life that we can give so much to that don't give back in return. Like, it's not always there for us the way that we're there for it or there for them. And so it's really important that that we find a healthy balance. And I'm not trying to give you a lecture on how you can do any better. I just want to say that this is a common thing. There's a lot of resources out there and a lot of things out there to look at and to see. A lot of people have shared a very similar story to what you're sharing, and I want you to be aware of that, and I hope that you talk about it with your loved ones and you make others aware, because they'll be able to help and listen as well. And it feels really good whenever you have people that have your back around you and you can talk to them. It's really good to have a friend group. It's really good to have friends, family, people that you can talk to, that you love, that you can share and open your heart to. And that's it. They don't even have to say anything back to you. It's just really good to talk to people. And so I want to encourage you to share that with everyone. I know it's hard. It's a hard thing to talk about, but it's something you should definitely share, Michelle.
Well, if you can't reach out, if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to a friend or family because you don't want to discuss it, maybe you join an art group or a church support group and meet some other people that are kind of in the same situation, and y'all can get help together. You can kind of grow together. I find that I've joined many groups, one being CRPS group. I had to come out of that because it was so negative. So be very careful and mindful of the groups that you do join. If they start off negative all the time, come out of it. They're going to drag you down. But there are painting with a twist groups that they're during the day that want children at school, women get together and go paint, and you can meet a friend. Sometimes we just have to take that one step, and it's scary. Just take that one step and put your foot out there, and you can grow and meet other people. It's scary to take that first step.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that that is really good for mental health, is being a part of a community.
Go walking. Go to a walking path that's busy with a lot of people. Drop your water bottle and say, "Oh, thank you. What is your name?" And you might be able to make a long-lasting relationship. I met my very best friend on a flight to Mexico, and she was a weirdo. I mean,
She still is a weirdo.
She still is. But I turned back to her and I said,
We're kidding, if you're listening.
She's not listening because she's a weirdo. But no, I turned back to her and I kept my head back like this because she had this interesting shirt, and I thought, wow, she's weird. But she said, "What are you here for?" And I told her, and she's like, "Oh, that's by my house. I'll give you a ride." And I am not a type of person that would just turn around on a flight and just keep talking to people, and much less get off of a flight and let her drive me to where I was going. And my sister and my mother were standing there like, "What the heck are you doing?" And we have been best friends since. So I wouldn't trade that plane ride for anything in the world. Me and her finish each other's sentences. And I don't know how many times I've called her crying, then I've called her and chewed her out. But we are tight. And had I not ever stepped out of that box and had that conversation with her and took that risk, I'm not saying go get in the car with somebody you know. Don't do that. That was many years ago. 20 years ago. But, step outside. Be willing to take that first step, whether it get help. Go walking. Meet someone. Go to the mall. It's indoors. Go to the mall. Go walking.
No one goes to the mall anymore.
Only the old people. I'm thinking about going to walk in the mall with the old people. It's air conditioned. Today I was doing a live and it shut off because of the heat on the dash. So
yeah.
I gotta go to the mall and walk.
All right.
And I thought outside the box with a couple of, took the step out with a couple of people through DMs with Facebook, and they become my very dear friends. We're fixing to take a vacation with one. We met Rick and his wife. Y'all met them in Florida with the buddies. We've really met a lot of great people, and I met y'all during a very, very dark time in my life. So George saved me then, and he saved me now. Yeah, a lot of cities have painting with a twist. Go join it. And then they have I think they have wine too. If you like to drink a glass of wine, you can do it with that with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or Mother's Day out programs, or
pottery classes. There's all kind of things.
Yeah, go volunteer.
Volunteer to church. Go volunteer.
Make friends.
At a food pantry. I know that the Catholic churches have a lot of food pantries, and they have a lot of shelter stuff that they do. Organizing clothes, for giveaways and things like that. Yes, Marla, I will meet you in Florida. What part of Florida are you in?
All right. Was there a specific circumstance that led you to that negative thought pattern? Oh, we were talking about negative thinking earlier. I was sharing. What was I sharing? Okay, yeah. So I think I was just being very general.
Typical.
I think, yeah. Let's see. For me, I had some negative, fearful thoughts around probably when it came to finding a job, going out of school. I was very scared that I wasn't going to find anything, and I didn't want to end up homeless.
You would not end up homeless. Oh.
And sometimes in our minds we do think very severely like that, Obviously, you have people around you that love you, and they'll never let you end up on the streets. But at the same time, you really think that you really have this feeling of, for men especially, this feeling of worthlessness. And I think that I kind of had a little bit of that fear that I would feel that way. And I think that that's the circumstance that led me to thinking negatively.
Well, we would have let you sleep in the garage on a twin mattress or an air mattress. I wouldn't have let you be homeless, if you know that.
Was there anything or a specific scripture that led you to a better state of mind? For me, gotta think about it.
I had one of our fans during my darkest time. There's so many scripture, but we had Faith. She would send me every morning. It was 2 and 3 times a day. She sent me Bible scripture every day, and that's what got me through.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Along with all y'all.
Yeah.
Sending me messages, checking on me, and just knowing that they took the time to send that to me meant so much. And then the Bible scripture on top of it. I definitely felt the love. So I don't have one in particular.
Yeah, for me, it was... There's a ton of scripture that really makes you feel like everything's going to be okay. But I specifically, I can't remember exactly what the scripture is, and I think it's in Acts. But one that helps me a lot is when it talks about how you describe hope. And John the disciple, I believe it was John, says you should always have ready a reason for why you have hope. Or you should always have ready, be able to tell people why you feel hopeful. And I thought about that. I was like, I don't really have, I don't have like a script. I don't have any. If I was to write a script, I would have no idea what to write. And so whenever I thought about it, I thought, well, I have hope because because I know that my love and my foundation is built on the example of Jesus Christ. And I follow that. And I know that God is watching, and I know that God is sovereign, and he has a plan, and that he is a just God, and that plan set for me will be carried out. And it might not be something that I think is the right plan for me, but it will be beautiful in the end. And I think that that's what really just demolishes fear, especially in my mind.
Well, you know, I think I told you this. I worked for a priest, and I was going through a really hard time, and I was sitting there crying, and Father Lemoyne, and he's the one that married us. And I was sitting there crying, and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Nothing." He said, come in the church with me. Let's go take a walk. I went in there. And I said, "You know, Father," I said, "I just feel like no matter how good I do, it never gets any better. The more I do, the worse it gets." And he goes, "You know," he said, "you know, the devil tempts us and tries us." And I said, "Well, I'm screaming monkey's uncle because the cross that I bear is way too much." I said, it's getting heavy." He goes, "I'm sure it is." And he opened up the big double doors in the church, and he said, "Can you imagine if this whole place was filled with crosses? Little ones, big ones, just any shape, size." He said, "And you got that big one in the corner, and little bitty one." He said, little. He said, "Which one would you pick?" I said, "I would probably pick the smallest, prettiest one I could find." And he looked at me, and he gave me a kiss on my forehead, and he said, "That's the cross you've been carrying your whole life, my child." And that stuck out for me the most throughout my life. Every time I felt like I was at the lowest point, I'm carrying the smallest cross. Can you imagine what that person with the big cross felt like?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it changed my whole attitude, because I was on a course. Boy, I was on a roll, you know, of being a very negative person, not happy about anything. Things weren't going well. So it just seemed like the snowball. So now I always think, you know, there's always someone else that's got it worse than me. I just need to pick up my bootstraps and go again, because I was sent here for a reason. I don't know what that reason is yet. I still, it's not very clear to me. I may never know until the end, you know. But I do believe that I'm supposed to be here, and I believe that I was placed here for a reason. Look where we're at. I never visioned my life the way it is now. And this is a huge blessing for me to have this many friends and family. I consider everybody our family, you know. So when you think your cross is heavy and hard to carry, remember the big cross. Remember the big one.
Right. And I think a big theme to that with mental wellness is prayer and meditation. The more that you pray and meditate, it leads to positive thinking, because it comes from, you start to feel grateful. You reflect on what you have. You reflect on just how good you feel today, or maybe you don't feel good today, but you reflect on the fact you woke up this morning, and the people in your life that you love, and how they're doing, and just how beautiful they are, and you start to feel grateful that you have that in your life, and you know, for us, we can think about Nash, and we can think about Lacey, and how amazing it is that they're a part of our lives, and that y'all are here, and that we're sharing this with you guys, and we start to feel grateful for all these things. And so prayer and meditation can turn into a very positive experience, because it helps you feel grateful. And I think that was a theme to your experience, was you started to feel a more sense of gratefulness.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got diagnosed with CRPS, you know, it was gloom and doom. And I wanted to put myself out there to figure out, what is this? when am I going to die? And one of the doctors looked at me and said, there is no time limit. You don't have you're not born with a time stamp on the bottom of your foot. Go live your life. So I got into groups and they were so negative. So you have to be very mindful of how you surround yourself. Surround yourself with likewise people. Be positive. And if I wouldn't have gotten CRPS, I wouldn't have gotten George. If I wouldn't have lost George, I wouldn't have found y'all. I mean, I have to find in this lesson, what is the blessing in this? And losing George was definitely not a blessing. But, and I've said this time and time again, of the many lives we have gotten, Will can tell you, hundreds of letters from people that said that they were suicidal, that they wanted to kill themselves. They turned on a video and it saved their life that day. If that was the blessing, and George was one that saved many, it's worth it.
And we're super grateful to be a part of that.
And I'm thankful for each one of you that have walked this journey with us. You know, it's been very hard. And I said, it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay. And just remember that this is just, if you take a step back after you've looked, you know, I mean, I can remember growing up in my childhood home. When I went back to it, when I lived in it, it seemed so big. I went back to it and I was like, how did we live in this thing? It was so tiny. How did we all have a one bathroom and everybody now has their own bathroom? So, you know, when you remove yourself, things look a little bit different. If you just could remove yourself, like Will said, meditate, go prayer, take a walk. Remove yourself from that situation and it will look completely different in a few hours or a day, but you've got to give it time.
Charlene says, Isaiah 40:10 is one of my favorite scripture verses. I always keep saying that over and over whenever things worry me. So I pulled it up.
Okay, go for it.
Behold, the Lord God will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. It's just a reminder that, and that's so great that you repeat it to yourself, because I believe in the power of spoken word, and the more that you speak things over yourself, like you are confident, you are great, you are awesome, you know, just things you can think of that are very positive, you can really speak into your life.
You can speak it into existence.
Yeah, speak it into existence.
That's the thing.
And what we don't realize is sometimes we say negative spoken word.
We do. I did it today.
Yeah, like you do something, like you make a mistake. All of a sudden you start saying things like, I'm so stupid. How could you do this? What is wrong with you? Those are very bad things you want to speak into your life. So it's really good to set an intention to speak those positive things.
I did it today. I said, gosh, I'm so fat. And then I had to go weigh it. And I thought, how am I going to weigh this? And I told my daughter, I'm going to hold it, step on the scale, and then take it off and weigh it again. Bad idea. But I'm okay with who I am because I'm alive.
You're not fat, you're healthy.
Yeah, I'm weighed what I weighed pregnant. But that's okay. That's okay. But you do. My best friend would always tell me, cancel. She says that all the time, right? Every time I'd say, oh my gosh, whatever, something negative, she goes, cancel. And I'm like, Deanna, what are you talking about? She says, don't speak that into existence or it'll happen. She said, you've got to put out good vibes. You got to put out good words. She tells you that all the time.
Yeah. Cancel.
Cancel.
Yeah, so that's a new thing for everybody. If you
as soon as you say it, say Deanna said cancel.
She's gonna love us for this. If y'all ever say anything that's negative, just say cancel. You'll cancel it. And then you didn't speak it into existence anymore.
Yes, and she goes down the road and I said, Deanna, you better slow down. She lives in Mexico. You better slow down, they're gonna get us. She goes, cancel. We're good. Circle of protection. God's with us. I'm like, you're the only person that can do that. I say that, and all of a sudden, woo! But don't speak it in existence. Say positive things. Before you say if you have to say a negative, come back and say, I'm fat, but I like being fat. I feel good. Cancel.
Jody, what was this Isaiah verse? It was 40:10, and it was commented by Charlene on YouTube. If that's not you probably can't see it because it was on YouTube. It's Isaiah 40:10.
Well, Sheila, I hope it does. I want everyone to remember that. Cancel.
Yeah, cancel.
Cancel. I've gone over, and that's true, because we were walking in Mexico and everything's all uneven. I said, how do old people walk around this place? They're going to trip and fall and break a neck. And then there I go, airborne.
Nope.
She goes, cancel. I'm like, you're a little late for that. My knees are skint. But yes, you have to say positive things. Say positive. I think positive is we're all human, but you need to try to remain positive at all times. It helps your mental stability. I'm fluffy. Thank you, Rachel. See if I ever send you a DM again. That's okay. I like to be fluffy. I'm just wearing maternity clothes. No big deal.
Okay. So the last thing on the Breaking Strongholds page says, read Corinthians 10:3-6. So let's read this.
Yes, Jody, I understand. It is hard when you've had a hard life. I've really had a hard life. I could write a book, and when I tell people, they're like, wow. And you're still with us. So it is hard.
Okay, so on the Breaking Strongholds discussion questions, they highlight Corinthians 10:3-6, which reads, for though... Oh, is it 2 Corinthians? 2 Corinthians 10:3-6. For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. And we will be ready to punish every act of disobedience once your obedience is complete. That was a lot of words. So basically what it's saying, in Corinthians, it's a letter to the church in Corinth. So he's basically telling you how to be a Christian. And he's saying we do not wage war as the world does. He's saying we're not like the world. We don't fight by killing people. We don't fight with negative things. We fight with basically the truth, with words, with honesty, with acts of kindness. We fight with things that are positive. By you break strongholds by getting into people's hearts, by doing things for them, being positive. And that's what we do. And I want to encourage everyone here to do that. And it's really good. It's really good for not only yourself, but for everyone around you. And it just improves everything. And it's the goodness that we live for. It's love. That's what love is. So that's awesome. That's what I took from that verse. I don't know what y'all took from it. But you can go to the Breaking Strongholds website and view more. There's more. Oh, let's see. There's a 7 Apples app. Oh, I'm not aware of this. Okay, so there's a video on meeting the cast. We'll skip that for now. Let me go to the page. So here's the page. The end says, before you leave, download the 7 Apples app on your phone. Let's see what that looks like. Loading.
Carla, hello. How are you? Is it Carla? We need to swap.
Sheila, you'll be saying it in your sleep. Oh no, it's not loading. Oh, it's probably not loading because I'm on a computer and it's probably for an app link for your phone. So 7 Apples app. What does that look like? I'll download it now. It'll probably be something for suicide prevention.
Yes, Jody. We will be. Jody, you have a beautiful name. My friend that I grew up with, that was her name, that we lost her. It was around Mother's Day. Beautiful name, Jody Lynn.
So this is 7 Apples.
I can't see that. You have to. You have to go back.
It's like pictures of scripture.
Let's see here.
So you can like share it. It's pretty cool.
There you go. Can you see it?
Oh, here, hold on. Let me go to Just Me.
There you go. That's what it looks like.
This is the app. I just downloaded it. Oh, it's so it's pictures of scripture. Oh, you can click on Breaking Strongholds. Oh, there's a Breaking Strongholds thing on the upper right corner. Oh, okay, there's materials on there. Click on episode 1, The Situation. Companion materials. It's called 7 Apples.
Jody Lynn's already downloaded it.
And Jody Lynn's already downloaded it.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
this is companion materials. It says swipe left. Oh, that's cool. Can you see that?
No.
It's all...
Here, do it like this. Now I'll see it.
My screen's too bright. Hold
Yeah,
on.
right here.
Can you see
That's
that?
right.
Oh gosh.
There you go.
So this is like the material. Yeah, cool.
Okay, got it.
Cool. So we can do that. We can do that separately.
Yeah, so we will be doing a live again, I think.
Yeah.
If y'all want to continue like this, we can do this.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. And let us know if you want to do this again. I see we consistently had the same amount of viewers this whole time, which it usually fluctuates.
Yeah, people hop on,
But,
they hop off.
Everyone stayed on here, so that's a lot to stay on. That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, everyone says yes, I love this. That's so great.
And we have people even on YouTube. Of course, y'all can't see all their comments. We can see them rolling, but.
Kayla, you want to do it again for next episode?
Yes.
Awesome.
Sheila, awesome. So I hope to see everybody here. Y'all go do one act of kindness to someone, like I said, whether it's reach up and say you've got a beautiful shirt on, or wow, you've got beautiful eyes. Hope you're having a great day. Drive through Starbucks, pay the bill behind if you can afford to do that.
And I also want to encourage y'all to do something for yourself. Yeah.
That's right. But I think that when you do things for others,
that is also something for yourself.
It is something for yourself because you get it back.
So that one's a double. That one's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Miss Gail said yes.
We love you too, me mom. Yay. I'm so glad that y'all love this.
Faye said this was great with so many coming together. Yes, I mean you have so many kids that are suffering that you don't even know about, that we hear about them through messages and stuff like that. You know, we bought little Lucy on. She's struggling. We're trying to read to their class, but I just think that yes, Lucy, how are you doing, beautiful girl? We would like to try to do more awareness and help everyone out here.
All right. Well, thanks for joining the live, guys. It was a lot of fun. We love talking about it with y'all. What was so great about this show is that it was built on donations, and it was built on a lot of volunteer work, which is really cool. It doesn't look like it was just built on volunteer work. They did a really good job with it, and it's really exciting. Make that T-shirt.
We are. I've been
attitude, altitude. What was it?
Your attitude is your altitude.
Your attitude is your altitude.
And we've been working on some shirts, and the artist kind of he was way far off base, but I think we're going to work on this one.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that. Your attitude is your altitude. Coming out soon.
It's Lucy, she said. I'm good now.
Aww. I've seen your beautiful face, AJ.
Lucy, you are such a pretty little girl.
That's
You've
awesome.
got a beautiful, she's got the beautifulest eyes. She sent me a little picture, and she's just a beautiful little girl.
Oh. All right. We love y'all.
Thank
Bye, guys.
you. I've got to go home
Thanks
and
for
feed the
joining.
babies.
Oh, yeah. Gotta go do some work.
Yep.